Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's your girl, Menda Renee, Ratchet Tea Podcast. It's Wednesday, 8 o'clock. You know what it is. I'm here. I'm here for the people because I love the people, because I live for the people, and I'm waiting for the people. Okay, so here I am. I am waiting. It is Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Ratchet Tea Podcast. I'm your girl. I'm here by myself. Once again, Wanda Lee is out of commission. Feel better, my girl. She doesn't have COVID. She just feeling a little bit under the weather. So, you know what time it is. You are going to go ahead and pour yourself your favorite drink or your favorite cup of hot tea. And then you're going to sip, get a little tipsy, jump into my comments. Tonight, we're going to be talking about S Corps and C Corps and how to set that up. We're also going to talk about, I'm going to show you how to get an EIN number for free. So if somebody is trying to charge you, here's your chance to get EINs for free, okay? Here's a free tutorial on how to set up an S Corp or a C Corp. Now, you too can charge people, okay? But make sure you set it up correctly, okay? Because if you set it up wrong, they're going to come after you. All right, okay? So you know what time it is. I'm going to wait a minute so the people can come on in. Come on in, people. I'm waiting. I'm here. I'm cheer. Etienne is off today. He is hustling and bustling. I told you on Wednesdays, child. I don't know what he be doing on why he need a Wednesday, but he's not here. Okay, that's all I know. He's not here tonight. Okay, so I'm going to sip. And wait for the people. Okay, so what am I sipping on tonight? I'm sipping on a little 1800. Okay, I'm sipping on a 18 pineapple something. Okay. You don't have any, you need to get some, okay? It does a body good, help you grow strong, okay? I thought it would be a good idea to do the show in my Hispanic accent. No, I'm kidding. All right, we're gonna talk about it, okay? So let's while we're waiting for the people, let's get into a little something. Want to know how your day was today? How was your day? Was your day good? Was it bad? I mean, what was it? Tell me. Jump into the comments. I want to know. Don't forget to follow us, not me, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. Jump on in and let's follow me, all right? Don't forget to subscribe and like and share all of my stuff, all of our Ratchet Tea podcast stuff. So we can grow our followers. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I have a surprise. The producer's here tonight. It's super uber great. It must be my birthday because he's here. Okay. It's my birthday. It ain't my birthday, but he's here. Yes, he is here live in effect. Okay. He's usually not here, but it's good. He's smiling. So there you go. All right. He must like what he sees. Okay. All right. Let me give you guys an update about the baby, okay? So the other day, I told you about the baby that I saved. To save the life of the baby. I saved the life of a baby, okay? I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. I don't know what it was. But anyway, the baby is safe. And I do believe, remember I told you when we dropped off the baby that we was unsure if the baby belonged to those people. Well, the other day I was coming home around the corner and I seen the baby. Now the baby was out there. He was out there running around, shim, whatever. He had long hair, frolicking around in the grass, child. And he looked like he belonged to the tribe. So I'm happy to report that the baby is probably home safe. Yes, he is. Okay, so we're gonna sip to the baby. Good job, baby. Good job for finally finding your way home, child. Okay. All right. We know you're safe. I can sleep at night now. Okay. I can stop drinking like I'm an alcoholic. Okay. Because I was worried. Okay. I was really, really worried. Okay. Got to make sure the children are safe. Okay. If it ain't your child, got to make sure my child's safe. Okay. We're trying to make sure the children are safe. So tonight we're going to get right into the meat and the potatoes. No, we're not going to get into the meat and potatoes. I'm going to wait 1 more minute. The producer's looking at me like I'm crazy. But we're going to wait 1 more minute. So I have a question to ask. Okay, so it has nothing to do with how to set up an S Corp or a C Corp. It's just for my common knowledge because I just want to know. Okay, so if a woman gets into a fight with a boyfriend, a man, her husband, or whatever, and he mollywops her, okay, she hits him and he mollywops her. Is he wrong? Is he wrong? This is what I want to know. Now, a lot of y'all would say, oh, he shouldn't have put his hands on her. He's a man. He should know better. But this is how I feel about the whole situation, that if you put your hands on a man and you hit that man, that energy you give off, you better be ready to receive that energy back. Okay? I'm not condoning the man hitting on a woman, but women, keep your hands to yourself, okay? Because when he mollywops you, then you're upset. Okay, and then you got a big old black eye or a broken nose or something because he done hit you in your face. Okay, so just, okay, keep your hands to yourself. That is a lesson. This is a PSA announcement. Okay, ladies, keep your hands to yourself. All right, because then after he mollywops you, you want to play victim. So let's not. All right, keep your hands to yourself. You might not like it, but I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you grow, not only in your finances, but personally as well. So, okay. All right, so here we go. We're going to go into, tonight we are going to talk about S Corps and C Corps. If you didn't see my last video last Wednesday, we talked about how to set up an LLC. So if you didn't see that, or if you're interested in setting that up, go to my last video, okay? And take a look at it, okay? It was just oozing with a lot of knowledge that you might need to set it up, honey, okay? So you don't go for tax evasion or, you know, fraud, okay? We just trying to help the people because we love the people, okay? That's what we do. We love the people. That's what we do. We love the people, producer. He's shaking his head. We love the people, okay? We don't love you when you got tax fraud or evasion, or don't call us. We don't love you then, okay? But for a fee. For a fee. There's always a fee. There's always a price. We can love you then, okay? We can always love you at that time, okay? All right. All right. So let's just jump right into it, okay? So here we go. A little bit of knowledge, all right? Here's your Jeopardy question of the day, all right? So in case you want to go on to Jeopardy, you could just jump right on in there and be like, oh, I know that answer. So here we go. Corporations, the history of a corporation. Corporations were invented 100 years ago to promote risky ventures such as voyages to the New World. What was the New World, Menda, you ask? I have no idea. They just said it was a new world, okay? But it was old to us. It was new to them. Who's to say what, okay? So prior to the formation of corporation, businesses used to be exposed to unlimited liability, okay? So these corporations or businesses, you could call them slave owners if you like, they were exposed to unlimited liability. Now, what liability was they exposed to? I have no idea, because white people controlled everything back then. So there you go. So you figure when you find out that answer, you let me know. But that's your Jeopardy. That's your Jeopardy question of the day. Okay, I'll take. What is a corporation for $200, Alex? Oh, it's not Alex Trebek no more. I forgot who it was, but it's somebody new. Okay, but anyway, there's your Jeopardy question. Okay. So what is a corporation? A corporation is a legal entity created by individuals, stockholders, or shareholders with the purpose of operating for profit. Profit means you're operating for that coin, that change, that cha-ching, the profit. That's what that is, okay? All right, I keep hitting this little live thing. It's really annoying me, okay? Sorry, y'all. You see this little duck going back and forth? He just want to pop in. He too want to see how to set up a C Corp and an S Corp, okay? All right, he want to get right into it with us, okay? I'm not mad at the duck, okay? Come on, quack, quack, duck. If it look like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. All right, so a corporation is a legal entity created by individuals, stockholders, or shareholders with the purpose of operating for profit. Remember, cash, all right? Corporations are allowed to enter into contracts, sue and be sued, own assets, remit federal and state taxes, and borrow money from financial institutions, such as banks, credit unions, other banks, other corporations. They're able to do that. So a corporation is a legal person that can be created under state law, under Florida law, New York law, any state, any law. It can be created under any law in any state. Okay, as a person, a corporation has certain rights and obligations. All right. Creating a corporation allows investors to put up money for new ventures without the risk of further liability. So I could put up money into my corporation without exposing that money for further liability, because under the corporation, my money's kind of protected. Okay, but we're going to get into that. All right. So a little later. So just buckle up, put on your seatbelt. Like I told you, it's long and slow, but it's still going to be good. Okay. All right. So the corporation remains one of the few shields from liability that has not been abandoned, meaning that it is protected. Like LLCs they have limited liability. S Corps, they have the same type of protection, but not completely. But corporations are fully like unexposed to a lot of liability. Okay. All right. So you say, Menda, what are shareholders? So shareholders are individuals or an organization that have residual claim, all right, or financial claim over the assets of the business and can be bifurcated into two broad types, namely the common shareholders and preferred stakeholders. So I don't know if you remember back in, let's see, not physics, but economics, where they used to say, oh, what's a common stock and preferred stock? These are these people that own these stocks. They're called preferred stockholders and common stockholders. Now, preferred stockholders, these are the people that get their money first, okay? So if the corporation goes bankrupt and they want to try to, get their preferred stakeholders money first, that's who it's going to go to. They have first dibs at that money. You common law people, you common stockholders, yeah, if you get paid, you get paid. That's just what it is. So it pays to be a preferred stockholder. How would you go about doing that? It depends on the corporation that you invest into and how much money you invest into. So preferred versus common, you know what I'm saying? Just look at it like this. You prefer a good-looking man with money, but more than likely you're going to have a common man that work at McDonald's and don't earn that much. So look at it that way. Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. High five, Menda. Yeah, there you go. All right. So, further classification of shareholders could be performed on class basis, such as class A, class B, and class C. That's how you can class these people. Okay. All right. So you got class A, class B, and class C. Which class are you? Okay. I'm class A. Okay, I'm like grade A meat. All right, that's what I am. Okay, all right. So what are officers? Now, if you remember back in my LLC video, I went over that a little bit. So just like an LLC, S Corps and C Corps have these same type of people, except for their titles are a little different. All right, but their roles are the same. Okay, so officers of a corporation usually include the president, the secretary, the treasurer, and vice president. These people run the day-to-day business operations. They are elected each year by a vote of the board of directors. In the state of Florida, all right, one person can hold all of the offices of a corporation. So it's not necessarily, if you decide, hey, after this video, hey, Menda Renee, I think I want to start my S Corp or my C Corp. I think that's the entity that I want to go. You can hold all the offices, okay, until you grow, become rich. And then you tap me on my shoulder and say, Menda, I want you to be my vice president or my CEO and offer me like, 7-figure salary. And then I come, okay? And then I help it grow. I just help it flourish. That's what I do, okay? That's what we do, okay? We're here to help the people because we love the people, okay? I got to sit because, like I said, all this is parched. It gets me parched, okay? All right. So what are the board of directors? Who are these people that are voting on the officers? So the board of directors are the controlling body of the corporation. It makes the major corporate decisions and elects its officers. They typically meet once a year, right? They probably go out, get drunk or go golfing or whatever, and they call it a board meeting. Okay, whatever. They go to Aruba. This is where your dollars go in these corporations. When they go, oh, we're having a board meeting, but it's like in Aruba somewhere, and they're like there for 2 weeks, and they call it a corporate board meeting. Right. All right. So they typically meet once a year. A corporation can have one director who can also hold all offices and own all the stock. All right. Just like the LLC, corporations also will need a registered agent. Now, remember, we had the registered agent in the LLCs. Go back and look at the video. Okay. I don't like to repeat myself. I'm not your mother. Okay. I don't like to repeat myself to my kids. So there you go. All right. So the bylaws. We have something called the bylaws in a corporation and an S corporation, similar to the articles of incorporation in your LLC. Bylaws are the rules that govern how the business will run and how it is structured. Typically, the board of directors set these. So remember, we just went over who the board of directors are. Okay, those are the people that meet once a year, makes all the decisions, and spends all your money. Yeah, those are the people that commit the white collar crime, you know, those people that say, oh, I didn't know that, you know, embezzling millions of dollars out of a corporation was illegal, but just slap me on the wrist because you're just gonna find me. That's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna find me and just tell me I'm a bad person and tell me not to do it again. That's what they do. Okay, so the types of corporations. All right, there are several different types of corporations. State-owned corporation, there's a state-owned corporation, a foreign corporation, S corporation, closely held corporation, professional service corporations, and nonprofit corporations. Okay, now you say, Menda, man, that's a lot of corporations. How do I know which one is going to be for me? I don't know. So let's break it down. Okay, what is a state-owned corporation? A state-owned corporation is one that is formed within the state that you live. So if you live in New York, you're going to form your corporation in New York. If you live in Florida, you're going to formulate your corporation in Florida. That is a state-held corporation, also known as just a corporation. Okay. What is a foreign corporation? A foreign corporation is one that is formed or incorporated in another state that does business within the state you live in. So you say, what? What is that? What does that mean? So other states like Nevada and Delaware used to allow corporations to move more liberal and have more allow corporations to be more liberal, and more favorable to incorporate in those states. So they used to have favorable laws like, incorporate in Delaware and you won't get taxed as much, or you don't have to have double taxation, or there's extra benefits to incorporate in Delaware or Nevada. Okay. But in recent years, that has changed. Today, Florida, figure that, Republican state, has very favorable corporate laws. So out-of-state laws are not as big of an advantage as they used to be, because now you can freely do illegal stuff in Florida under corporations. So there you go. All right. When I first moved to Florida, they told me that Florida was the state of embezzlement and fraud. Yeah. I think that still holds to be true. Okay. All right. I'm not that way, but I'm just saying not everyone's that way, but the bigger corporations, we're talking multi-million-dollar corporations. Okay. Those are the people that snatch all the money. Okay. All right. So what is an S Corp? This might be your zhish. All right. So an S Corp, S Corps are corporations that elect to pass corporate income, losses, deductions, and credits to their shareholders for federal tax purposes. So if you are the sole shareholder, the sole everything, so those deductions and those income, those profits and those losses pass. We do what we call an 1120S tax return for S Corps, okay? And whatever that bottom line is, so if you profited $10,000, that $10,000 is going to seep or go carry into your personal tax return, in which you will get taxed on. What? Yeah. So, then of course you got to have business write-offs and things of that nature, but we won't get into that because that's not this podcast. This is not that show. Okay. We don't get into that till a little later, or you can hit me up in my DM and then we could talk about some things. Okay. All right. Okay. So shareholders of S corporations report the flow through of income and losses on their personal tax returns and are assessed tax at their individual income tax rates. That's what I just told you. Didn't I just say that? I think I just said that. See, didn't I say I don't like to repeat myself twice, child? I feel like I'm yelling at kids right now. Okay. All right. This allows S corporations to avoid double taxation on the corporate income. S corporations are responsible for tax on certain built-in gains and passive incomes at the entity level. All right. So let's pause for a second and let's talk about that. So C corporations
are double taxed. All right. And this is how they're double taxed. Because you say, Menda, how are corporations, C Corp, the C, not the S, the C. Okay. How are they taxed? So how are they double taxed? So they are double taxed this way. They are double taxed on the income or the profit that is left after paying out their shareholders. Okay. And you are taxed again as a shareholder in the company. Okay, so here we go. Here is the synopsis. Okay, so if I'm a corporation and I am going to pay out Wanda $100,000, okay, she is my shareholder. She will have to pay taxes on that money. Okay, and the corporation will also have to pay tax on the profit. So if I have $50,000 in profit, I have to pay for that tax as well. So ergo, double taxation. Okay. All right. We in there. Hello. Is this mic on? Hello. Is this mic on? Is anyone out there? Are you looking? Are you listening? Jump into my comments. What is wrong with you? You don't have any questions? Okay. Well, evidently you must know more than me. All right. So we're going to continue to roll with the refresher course because this is what that is. Okay. So what is a closely held corporation? This is an election you can choose when setting up your corporation. Oh, I could choose that when okay, Menda, let's see. It is beneficial for small businesses. Its purpose is to put restrictions on the transferability of stock. Okay, well, that's okay. It obligates the shareholder to offer the corporations, I'm sorry. Let's try that again. It obligates the shareholders to offer corporations or other shareholders the opportunity to buy stock first before offering it to the outside world. So, being that we are now just beginning, okay, unless you got millions and trillions of dollars, this will not pertain to you until you reach that level. Okay, once you reach that level, then become a closely held corporation. Okay, that's become it, child. Be all you can be in the corporate world. All right. Okay, so then we say, what is a professional service corporation? Okay, so certain types of services can only be provided by corporations if it is a professional service corp or professional association. Okay, these businesses, certain businesses follow under professional service corps. Okay, and some of those are attorneys, physicians, certified public accountants, also known as CPAs, veterinarians, architects, life insurance agents, chiropractors, and professionals that are similarly licensed. So tax preparers, if you're legal, you are a professional service corp. Pest control companies, you are a professional service corp. Okay. So that's what you're doing. You're providing a professional service. That's why it's called a professional service corp. Okay. Mic on? No, not yet. Okay. We're still here. Okay, we're still rolling. All right. So you set up an S Corp or a corporation just as you would your LLC. Once again, if you didn't see that video, go ahead and take a look. I think it was episode 28. Yeah, how to set up an LLC. So get into that, okay? Please, okay, I said, please take a look at my last video on how to set up your LLC. One more again, because I like to say it twice because I'm so nice, okay? Super uber nice, all right? Super uber nice, all right. Okay, here we are. Let's get into some advantages of owning a corporation. Okay, advantages of having an S corporation: it avoids double taxation, as I told you just a couple minutes ago, and allow pass-through of losses and depreciation. For tax purposes, the business is treated like a partnership. Okay, we talked about that, partnerships and LLCs in the last video. Oh my God, dude, come on, get it together. How many times do I have to say it? I feel like you guys are going to be on punishment, okay, because you're not listening. But anyway, all right, so disadvantages, that's like the only advantage of an S Corp, okay? You know, you can pass it, your income pass through to your personal tax return, and you can write some stuff off. And, you know, that's a blessing. We say thank you. All right. We say thank you. All right, disadvantages of an S corporation. Profits and losses must be distributed according to stock ownership, and losses cannot exceed the basis. So what does that mean? So your losses cannot exceed the basis. So your basis is how much of stock you own into the company. Okay, your basis is how much you own of the company. So if you only owe 1%, you cannot deduct 100% of losses. You just can't do that. It cannot exceed what your basis is in the company. All right, so remember that. All right, and if you do, it's called fraud, and you're gonna go to federal jail if they audit you, or you're gonna be taxed with a nice, or hit with a nice hefty fine. And either way, it's gonna be tough. All right. Super uber tough. For you, don't call me, all right? Because I'm not going to be available at that time, okay? I'm not going to be available. All right, I'm going to go out of business, okay? All right, so here we go. If stockholders are in high income brackets, they will be taxed at that rate. So if you are a high income earner, 6 figures, 7 figures, you're taxed at 30%, 35%. Your income from the S Corp will be taxed at that rate, 35%. Okay, now if you have an S Corp and you are taxed at 12% or 10%, you're going to be taxed at that tax rate. Okay, whatever that is, 2,000, 3,000, 20,000, 40,000, 100,000, whatever it is, you're going to be taxed at that rate. Okay, all right. So shareholders who do not materially participate in the business cannot deduct the losses. So shareholders, you out there who says, hey, I'm a shareholder. If you do not participate in the business, if you don't do anything, you don't attend meetings, you don't vote, you don't make decisions, you're just a shareholder. You don't do absolutely crap. Well, guess what? You can't deduct the losses. So sucks to be you, and get up and move something, I guess. That's what I got to tell you. Get up and move something, all right? So then you can deduct some losses, all right? We will talk about, I don't know if I want to talk to you guys about tax. Maybe I will, okay? Maybe I'll give you a little tax secrets and stuff, maybe a little video on that. Maybe, I don't know. You know, I don't want you guys taking my money, my job, okay? But I'm willing to share for the people because I love the people. All right. I need people to tell me if y'all seen Judas and the Black Messiah. Okay. All right. I'm going to say it until somebody sees it and drops in my comments. All right. All right. So some fringe benefits such as life insurance and health insurance may not be tax deductible under an S corporation. Okay. All right. So then you say, hey, Menda, how do you set, because those are the terms. Remember, I got to educate you so you know what I'm talking about, okay? Because sometimes you guys just be like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about, okay? And those that just came in late, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, okay? So rewatch the video from the beginning, all right? So we're going to set up the S Corp just like we set up the LLC. Once again, we're going to think of a name. Think of your name. What do you want it to be? Do you want it to be Dot Nation Inc. Okay, so that we look it up. We look to see if Dot Nation Inc. is taken. Okay, so Dot Nation Inc. 24 hours later is not taken. Okay, Menda, Dot Nation Inc. is underway. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go to the sunbiz.org. All right, or whatever that's called in your state, NewYorkBiz.org, or wherever you set up your corporations or your businesses. In your state, here in Florida, is sunbiz.org. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead. Dot Nation Inc. Boom. All right. So when I'm setting it up, it's going to ask me once again, who's the president? Who's the vice president? Who's the secretary? It's going to, you can name all these people. You can name your mama. You can name your brother. You can name your dog if you want to. You can name your bobblehead child that's rolling out in the street if you want to. Okay, you can name whoever you want to name. Okay, but make sure you're on it. That's all we got to say. All right, make sure you're the president. Now when you're setting up, remember, when you're setting up these corporations and these businesses, make sure not only are you the president, but you're also the secretary. Okay, and now this is why, because I should have said it in my last video. This is why the secretary is able to set up the bank account and make changes on the bank account. See, people don't tell you this, but that's a little tidbit. So make sure you're the secretary, okay, on not only the president, but the secretary, so you can make the changes, okay? Because what happens is, if you're not the secretary, okay, and you need to make a name change or something on your bank account, they're gonna be like, well, you're the president, you can't make the change. But you're gonna say to the banker, what, man? I'm the owner, I'm the president. How can I not make the change? Well, you ain't the secretary. Okay, all right. So now you're stuck, okay? Now you gotta go and pay $50, $60 or whatever it is, $35 to make the name change, to make you a secretary before time. And child, anybody got time for that? Do it from the beginning, do it right, and call it a day. President, secretary, move on. Okay, so Menda Renee is the president/secretary. Okay, my mother is the vice president. My dog is the director. Whatever, of Dot Nation Inc. Okay, so here we go. All right, remember, I'm gonna I'm in there. Registered agent is the producer, okay? He's my registered agent. He's going to receive all of my legal papers or any paperwork that will be mailed to me, okay? If he doesn't give it to me, then that's just tough. I'm going to say I never got it. You know how we do it. We black people, we be like, we didn't get it, knowing it's on the counter, but it's okay. I ain't get it. You can't fault me if I ain't get it, okay? All right, so he's going to be my registered agent. So I registered agent, okay, down at the bottom, ding, ding, ding. All right, now remember, we're going to pay $125 or whatever it's in your state. It could be $225. I don't know. I'm not in every state. I'm not looking in every state, but here in Florida, it is $125. Okay, right? So then, once again, are we in business yet? Is Thought Nation up and running? No, because before I go, they're going to ask me, what is my selection? Okay, do I want to be S Corp? Do I want to be C Corp? Right? A professional service corp, closely held corp. They're gonna ask me all these questions, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't remember. And then I'm gonna remember Menda Renee's video on S Corps and C Corps, and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I remember that Menda Renee gave me all this wonderful, valuable information. Thank you, Menda Renee. You're welcome. Okay. And I'm going to become an S Corp. So I'm going to select, bing, I'm going to hit the little button. Bing, I'm an S Corp. Whoop, whoop. All right. Now I'm going to go out. Boom, boom. Pay my money and I'm gone. Whew. Child, that took a lot of work. Okay. I'm tired now. Okay. I need a muscle relax in the hot shower. Okay. Whew. Are we done? No, we're not done. Hello. Come on. Got a little more work to do. So then what you're going to do is what? Go get your EIN number, right? EIEIO. All right. Andele, mommy. EIEIO. Okay. That's what's popping up now. That's what's popping is the EIN number. Okay. So now we're going to go in and get the EIN number. I'm going to show you in a couple minutes how to get your free EIN number. So when people are out here saying, hey, LegalZoom.com, I'm not saying don't go there. I'm just saying they charge a lot of money. Okay, for something that you get for free. All right. I'm giving it to the people because it's free knowledge. Okay. All right. If you want me to set up your EIN, I will charge you a little fee, a little small fee, because it's just my time. Okay. I set up companies and corporations all the time. I don't mollywop you over the head. I charge you a little fee, $75 or something. Maybe it's something that cheap, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. I don't know. Depends on how I feel and how I like you. And then I set it up for you. Okay, it's just that simple. All right. But I never price gouge, okay, over free information. Even though I should, okay, because I'd be really rich right now. Okay, super uber rich, like super duper uber rich. Okay. Okay, super uber duper rich. Okay. That's about it good. Okay. All right. So now we do the EIN number. EIN, boop. Now it spits it out, right? Guess what? We're almost there. We're almost to the finish line, okay? Last thing, what do we have to do? Take our bylaws, take our articles of incorporation, and go to the bank and set up our bank account. Once again, whoever's going to be on the bank account, yes, you can set it up without them, but then they would have to come back and sign. So what did I tell you? If you have everybody and your grandmother on your business, make sure they're all there if they're going to be on the bank account. So you can go ahead and have everybody sign at once and issue everybody a debit card, which I would tell you, do not do. Okay, because you know You know us. Okay. Let's talk. Okay. Let's keep it 1,000. Okay. All right. So if your business is making money and everybody has access to your account and they have a debit card, 9 times out of 10, some money gonna be missing. Okay. So if you don't want those people, if you don't want money to be missing, don't put those people on the bank account. Okay. When you're looking at your bank account and you got $5,000 in your bank account and you see 10 swipes from Walmart, that's probably that person that you put on the bank account that should not be on your bank account. Okay, child? Get them off. Don't put them on in the beginning. Okay? Okay. So at the bank, we get our debit cards and we are good to go. And guess what? We are officially now an S Corp. Thought Nation Inc. is in business. And I'm ready to roll, honey. I'm ready to roll in the money. Okay. I'm ready to get it going. I'm getting ready to crack a lack. It is popping. Okay. Thought Nation is straight popping. Okay. Have a drink to Thought Nation because it's up and running right now. Okay. Y'all should come and visit and definitely go ahead and do a little business with Thought Nation. Okay. All right. Okay. And of course, while you're doing all this, you should have a margarita or something delicious to drink because that's the only way to do it. Okay. That's the only way to have a good time when you're doing setting up businesses. Okay. Okay. So if there's any questions that anyone has to have, if there's any questions that you have, jump into my comments. You can hit me up in the comments. It's okay. Don't be scared. No question is a dumb question. No question is a dumb question. Just so you know. Okay, you learn that in school. Now, don't you? When your teacher say, oh, you got an F, Menda, because you're stupid, because you didn't ask the questions in class. Okay? Learn my lesson. I asked plenty of questions, man. My camera. Oh, there I'm back. I don't even know what just happened. I went blank for a minute. I was scared. I thought Annabelle done got me. Okay, I thought she was coming through the camera to get me. Okay, Annabelle, not today. Okay, not today. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm back. My heart rate is down. Okay, so here we go. So if you guys don't have any questions, okay. If you don't have any questions, let's get right into how to get an EIN number for free. Andele, andele, mami, EI. Oh. We're going to pop into it now. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Okay. See? Oh my God. Look at what's here. It is the how to apply for an EIN. So what we're going to do, we're going to go right on in. It's the irs.gov site. Okay. All right. And then you see right here, it says apply online. Apply online. You see where it says apply online? Well, we're going to go ahead and apply online. Look, we're going to do that right now. Ooh, apply online. And look what it says. It says the government is authorized. The U.S. government system is for authorized use only. Well, we're authorized because we want to say, okay. All right. So it tells you can read if you like to read. I always tell people to read what you're doing. Okay. It's always good to read. All right. Reading is fundamental. So you should get into it and read it. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to read because I read it a million times. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin my application. Look at what it asks you. What type of legal structure is applying for an EIN? Sole proprietor, that would be me, dolo solo. Partnership, me and the producer. Okay. Corporations, which we just definitely went over. All right. They ask you about limited liability company. We went over that the last podcast. Estate. We ain't there yet, but we will get into it. Trust. We're not there yet, but we will definitely get into it. And view additional types, including tax exempt, which would be your nonprofit and governmental organization. But for the sake of being nice, we're going to go to the LLC because that's what I want to do. Okay. And we're going to continue. And it tells you have chosen limited liability company. What is it? And it tells you what it is. Okay. It's LLC is a structure allowed by the state statute. LLC is formed by filing articles of incorporation within the state secretary office. An LLC must be unique in the state. Okay, so Thought Nation will be there. Okay, it's unique in the state. Okay, there can be no more than one active LLC with the same name in the same state. Okay, so if I want Thought Nation in Florida, okay, and somebody wanted Thought Nation in Alabama, I guess they could have it. But guess what? They're not gonna take it, okay? Because I have a way around that. We get into that later, of course. Okay, LLCs can have 2 or more members. Remember, we talked about single members, multiple members, all right? An LLC can have unlimited number of members. We told you in the last video, you can have as many members as you want, okay? You can have a block party full of members, okay? All right, an LLC member may include individual corporations, other LLCs, or foreign entities, okay? What it is not, LLCs are not incorporated, which means it's not a C Corp or an S Corp, and they do not file articles of incorporation, okay? Hit the continue button, because we're gonna continue, okay? So how many members are in the LLC? So for this particular purpose, I'm gonna say 1 because it's me. All right, please select the state and territory where the business is physically located. It is in Florida, okay, or your state. As you can see, it has all the states, okay? It has all the states, okay? All right, even Canada, okay? Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, woo! Mira, you can go to Puerto Rico. You can have it in the Puerto Rican, okay? We can do it like that, and we can set it up just like that, okay? All right, continue. All right, please confirm your selection, honey. It says, since you are a single member LLC, this is when reading becomes fundamental. Okay, like you will gain a ton of knowledge with reading. Reading will make you money. Okay, reading will make you read often. Okay, all right. So we're back. Okay, so since you are a single member LLC, you will initially be classified as a disregarded entity for the purpose of filing a federal tax return. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that I do not have to file a 1020-S for S Corps. I don't have to file a 1020 for a corporation. I don't have to file what is it, an 8865, all right? I can actually just file my business under a Schedule C on my 1040. Y'all know, okay, so let's stop right there, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Schedule C, because many of you guys do it. Some of you guys, okay, you want a little extra in your tax return, okay? And you have your tax preparer say, oh, I have a business, it's called a cleaning business. Okay? And they file you a Schedule C, girl, you know good and well you ain't got no business. Okay? I just want to let you know that if you get audited, that's called fraud. And other charges go along with that. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on nobody to be great, but I'm just trying to tell you that when, you know, what happens is after your tax preparer files this Schedule C under this false business to help you out to get more money, then all of a sudden when you get audited, you get amnesia, okay? And then you say, when they come after you, you tell your good pen pal, the IRS, I don't know what happened. I don't know why my tax preparer would do a Schedule C. She knows I don't have a business. Trying to get the tax preparer jammed up. Bruh, you know good and well that you and that tax preparer had a good conversation about your Schedule C. Now you want to play like you stupid? Oh, okay. Okay. Now please remember and please believe that the tax preparer, if they are a good tax preparer, will keep good receipts. Okay, so you do that with the right one, you're definitely gonna get jammed up. All right, okay, all right. We're gonna sit to the not jamming up on the people, okay? Because we love the people. Y'all just do it right. Just do it right, okay? Don't even. Just do it legal, okay? Ain't nobody got time to go to federal prison over $1,000 or have a fine, or you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it, okay? It ain't worth it. Okay, so here we go. So we're back. Okay, so it's telling me if the only member of the LLC is an individual such as myself, The LLC income and expenses are reported on 1040, which I just told you, U.S. individual tax return. Schedule C, E, or F is where you're going to report it. Okay, we'll get into that a little later. Okay, well, I might just do a little tax class. And I feel like being generous. So maybe next Wednesday we'll do a little tax. All right, we'll jump into a little bit of tax, but not too much, and we'll talk a little bit about finance. Okay. All right. If the only member of the LLC is not an individual, the LLC income and expenses are reported on the owner's member's tax return. There you go. Okay. If you do not wish to accept the default classification of disregarded entity, you can file Form 8832, entity classification election, to elect corporate status. You could do that, or file 2553, election by a small business to accept an S Corp status. Okay, so we're just going to continue for continuing sake. Okay, why is the LLC requesting an EIN? Because they started a new business, dummy. That's why. Okay, but it does say hiring employees. So if you started your LLC or corporation and you're going to hire employees, we're going to do a video on that, because that is such a oh my God, oh Jesus. I'm not trying to discourage nobody from hiring people, but Lord God, it is a tedious process. Okay, so for banking purposes, but we'll get into it. Banking purposes, okay, select this option if the reason for applying for the EIN is strictly to satisfy banking requirements or local law, meaning that you started a business but you never got your EIN, therefore you can't open up a bank account, so you have to get an EIN to do that, and this is why you would do that. Okay, change type of organization. So you select this option if you're changing the type of organization you currently operate, such as changing from a sole proprietor to a partnership, changing from a partnership to a corporation. So you would change that when you make those, because you don't have to stay a sole proprietor your whole life. You can live your best life as a corporation. You might say, hey, I want to be a sole proprietor and be an S Corp. But here you have to change the type of organization with the EIN. Okay. Purchase active business. So if you purchased .Nation Inc. from me, you come here and you change that. Okay, so we're gonna continue. All right. I hope everyone's finding this not very helpful and very knowledge. For you guys. Jump into the inbox if you got questions. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep rolling. All right. All right. Okay. Please tell us about the responsible party of the LLC. So that will be me. All right. All right. And I'm going to put my social. Now, y'all know that ain't my real social. So y'all go ahead and take it down if you want to. Okay. This is just for video purposes. Okay. I ain't got LifeLock. Okay. I ain't that bold. Okay. And it says, choose one. I am one of the owners, members of the managing member of this LLC, or I'm a third party applying. So we are not a third party, but if it was me, I would do that for you. Okay. We're going to continue. Oh, well, okay, so it doesn't match the IRS because I don't have that. But anyway, this is where you would go. Okay, let's see. All right. It might not like that because it really wants me to put my real social security number in there, but I'm really not going to do that. Okay. Y'all not gonna jam me up. But anyway, what you want to continue to do is continue to do this. If you see up here, there's an address. It's going to ask you for your address and details, and then it's going to EIN confirmation you, and then you're going to hit done, and it will spit out your EIN, and we'll definitely go ahead and email you that confirmation. So that is how you set up your EIN for the good free. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. All right, who does this? Who gives this value out for free when you could be making money? I don't know. That would be me. I'm giving it out for free So you can make because I love the people. I love the people. I'm just gonna drink. Hold on. I'm so proud of myself. I'm gonna drink for myself. Okay, you don't even have to be here with me. All right, I'm just saying. I'm having a great time. All right, hold on. Where's the baby when you need them? Okay, when you need the baby, where's the baby when you need them? And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you set up an S Corp, a C Corp, and you get free EIN number. You are so welcome, okay? Who thought that setting up a business was so fun? Who thought that was learning a business is like so fun, okay? Fun with Menda Renee, okay? This is Wake Up Wednesday. Wake up your finance. Wake up your mind, okay? That's what we're doing, okay? We're just doing this. We're giving it to the people because we love the people, all right? So if no one else has any questions, I have a question. How come ain't nobody asking questions? Okay, you must got this. You guys must be set up business scholars, okay? Or you just don't give a bloop, okay? And you're never gonna set up a business. But either way, I'm glad that you're watching the video, okay? Hopefully you're having a lot of fun with me. Hopefully you're sipping. Okay, sip, sip, sip away. And yeah, you're gonna have to join me for my next video on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, Wake Up Wednesday with your finance. Next Wednesday, we're gonna talk a little bit about taxes on your business. We're not gonna get too into it because it's too much, okay? It's just too much. It's too much, honey. Then you really take my job, okay? Then I'll be on the employment line, okay? Who taxes am I gonna do? I don't know, but okay. But yeah, next Wednesday, join me, 8 o'clock, Menda Renee, and we're gonna do a little tax briefing, talk about taxes in your business and how they move and how they affect your tax returns and how to get the most benefit out of them. And we're also gonna talk a little bit about finance. We're talking about budgeting. A lot of people nowadays need some help with their budgeting, child, because your coins are looking kind of, okay, it's looking kind of suspect. Okay, so we're gonna set up a budget for all you guys that need to know how to do a budget. It's super easy, it's super simple. And you might say to yourself, Menda Renee, I'm good with my money. Okay, I don't need nobody to set up a budget for me, honey. Okay, because I am good at what I do. I keep my finances tight and right. Okay, but there's always new ways and a new approach to show how to do a budget. Okay, so we're gonna do that next Wednesday. So join me next Wednesday, Menda Renee, me, Menda Renee, 8 o'clock, Ratchet Tea Podcast, and we're gonna do the budget and the taxes. Okay, don't forget to follow me. Don't follow me, but follow Ratchet Tea Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere that you can find podcasts, because we're bougie like that. Okay, bon appetit. All right, Sunday I will be back with Etienne. We'll be talking about plant-based stuff. Ka-cha. Okay, we're gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna tell you the story, honey, because it was crazy. All right, but we will be on here on Sunday at 7 o'clock, me and Etienne. So get into it. Stay tuned. Follow us. All right, and yeah, before I leave, I'm gonna take my last sip because it's almost gone. Okay. Sorry for the slur. Sorry for the slurp. Okay, because it was good. Okay, so what you're gonna do? You're gonna see me on Sunday at 7 o'clock with Etienne. You're gonna see me Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Talk about tax, finance, budgeting. You're gonna follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and anywhere that you can find podcasts. You're gonna hear it. Don't forget, follow us, like, share, and subscribe on all platforms, and share these with your friends. Okay. Share this with somebody that be like, oh, I don't want to listen to these videos because, you know, those videos are kind of boring. But if you're doing it with Menda Renee, we're doing it with a little class, okay? We're doing a little class and a little drink and a little, you know, that's what we're doing. So don't forget to get your Ratchet Tea Podcast shirts. Look at that. You see that? Ain't that cute? Get that. Okay, get that shirt. Okay, we got hoodies. All right, we got mugs. We got it all. The store will be up. Okay, I know Wanda Lee and Etienne's looking at the store will be up, honey. Get off my back already. I hear your mouth already, and you're not even here. Okay, but until then, I am your girl Menda Renee, and I am going to see you Sunday, 7:00, Facebook Live. Be there. Get your drink and your questions. Okay, and then I will also see you Wednesday at 8:00 for a little Wake Up Wednesday on your finance with Menda Renee. All right. Until then. Who am I? You know who I am. I'm your girl, Menda Renee. This is Ratchet T Podcast, and I'm out this bitch. I am still here. I don't even know what happened. All right, I'll see y'all Sunday, Wednesday. Sunday, 7:00, Wednesday, 8:00, Menda Renee, Ratchet T Podcast. I'm out, really, this time.